Okay, so I'm going to start on a pretty major project of destashing a whole mess of stuff because y'all, I got way too much. I haven't ever shared my scrapbook craft sewing room, whatever. I call it the craft dungeon because this is actually a bonus room under our garage. Now, this is real. This is as real as it gets. This is not perfectly clean. This is not perfectly organized. This is a perfect disaster. And I know somebody's going to say, you have too much stuff. How come you have so much stuff? Y'all, this is almost 30 years of accumulation. Plus, I inherited 2 other scrapbook rooms when my mom and my grandma passed away, who were also big crafters. So this is not just irresponsibility at work here. This is time and genetics. We'll call it that. That's what I'm going with. Anyway, so I thought I'd do a quick tour of what we got going on here. I'm trying not to be too shaky. When you come in the door, this, like I said, this is a bonus room under the garage. So I have a lot of my albums are stored over here. The laser that I bought is sitting on a card table at the moment because I don't have anywhere to put it. And it has to vent outside, and I haven't quite figured that out yet. Some random stuff down there that's going in a garage sale that we're going to have. Some friends of mine and I are going to have a crafty garage sale at some point in the near future, hopefully. This over here is mostly themed stuff, some photo storage. The top drawers are all photo storage. Up there on the top is old photos that I inherited from my husband's mother and my mom, who both passed away in 21. So I got all kinds of pictures going on here. This is supposed to be my work desk because my husband owns his own company, and this is where I'm supposed to do his paperwork. It's usually covered up with stuff. So up on the shelves up top, that's all keepsakes and stuff from my grandma, my mom, things like that I just want to keep. There's a ton of stuff up there. So, and then over here, I have this huge table in the middle of the room, which is made out of a couple of doors and some bookcase shelves. Right now, it is completely covered up with stuff I've been making page kits and going through stacks of paper. One thing I want to do is use up a lot of the loose random crap that is just everywhere left over from other kits, collection kits, classes, subscriptions, you name it. But I want to clean that stuff up. I want to actually use it and get it in a scrapbook instead of in a basket or in a drawer or in a pile where you can't see it. So under the table is overflow storage for my storage containers, because that's what everybody needs. We have back here is sort of the sewing area. I also make quilts and like to sew. So I have my sewing stuff back here for the most part. The wall of fabric, which is, again, a couple of houses combined to come up with that. More keepsake stuff up on the top. A table full of just junk that needs to be put away. We've got part of my mom's scrapbook collection. She had tons of scrapbooks. Those are all stored underneath there because I don't have a shelf to put them on. And don't know when I will have a shelf to put them on. So let's see what we got. This is standing in the back of the room, looking out on this side towards the family room and kitchen that's downstairs in our house. The ends of the cubbies all have storage in those that's holding up the table that's in the center of the room. And that table is 2 solid core interior doors. So they're not going anywhere. I tried the hollow core doors originally, and they didn't hold up well at all. They ended up bowing and creating a big problem. So, more fabric stuff back here as you come around. Those cabinets or dressers all have quilt kits. Stuff that it has a pattern and just needs, time to actually cut up and put together. I also have a quilt machine because where I live, it's really, really hard to find somebody that does machine quilting and can do it in less than 6 months. Now, to be fair, it takes me about that long to get one done, but at least it's mine and I'm not holding anybody else up. So, the back side over here, there's more of these iris things. These all have collections. All of this is collections, and it goes all the way to the floor, y'all, but I'm not going to try to get that all because I'm probably making y'all sick as it is. Coming around the back side, that cabinet right here, this is all supplies and tools and stuff for the big machine over there. More storage on the back side over here. And then this is kind of the back of my work area where I scrapbook. So I'm going to pause for a second and walk back around to the other side so I don't make you throw up as I move around, and I'll be right back. Okay, back over at the door where we started, and you can see in a perfect world you would be able to walk all the way around to the big center table. However, there's too much stuff right now and I can't do that. So to the other side, when you come in the door, I have, oh goodness, shelves, and there's books here. This is a Target version of the Calyx unit. That is what I'm trying to get cleaned off. That has kind of been my overflow of busted up kits, things that I've used out of, and it's all the leftover packages. All of my single sheets of paper that are not in collection kits are in there. This dresser's got a whole mess of random stuff in it, y'all. I don't even know what's in there, to be honest. And it's going to stay that way for now. And then come over here, have my little library area. Books and more books and probably a few more books. And then there's the wall of paper and collection kits. And that is all kits. All of that. That is manufactured collections, and I'll show you how I store those, but that's all manufacturer's kits. There's some old photo albums up here on the top. This is some storage stuff up there, and I'm not real sure what the rest of it is, to be honest. Again, with the mess. There's stuff that needs to be put away. My aunts and I had a Christmas crafting day. Christmas, y'all, Christmas. It's still sitting here because I don't have an empty tub to put it in. So that's got to be dealt with at some point. Got more books up here, which I would really like to get all of these books up here moved to that unit behind me once I get that cleared off. And then I have over here, kind of see, this is kind of where that recliner is sitting. Back towards the door, ink pads and stuff up there, plastic containers full of, that's all stuff to make junk journals, more books. This TV tray I usually have sitting right here at the end of my desk. That's the album that I'm currently working on. So if I'm in the middle of a project and I'm trying to do a bunch of pages for one album, I usually have it laying out there so that I can work on it and not have to get up and go find it, because I don't like pages laying around. Oddly enough, I don't mind the disaster of other things, but I don't like pages laying around. And here's the wall again of page kits. Not page kits, manufacturer's kits. And this is kind of ridiculous. So each one of these they're in a bag. Oops, sorry. A bag or an envelope. I like these plastic ones. Let me see if I can pull one out a little bit here. They hold up better. These are sturdier. But I have them in here. Everything is in these bags. And this is whatever I bought of that collection. They are alphabetical, starting with 49 in Market up here through Amy Tangerine, Dear Lizzie, Echo Park, Felicity Jane, alphabetical by manufacturer, all the way across. Down here on the bottom, behind the stepladder, is Christmas. That whole section there is Christmas. This whole section right here is travel and vacation stuff. And then this section over here is stuff that I bought to make special albums or junk journals or things like that. And then my travel bag for when I go to crops. That's the back side of the quilt machine. There's stuff in storage underneath. And then my actual work area is right here. And I have an L-shaped desk backed up to the big table. And then this side over here with some of those IKEA drawer units. There's some cheap versions of that underneath there that's just got some storage. And then my actual desk space that I work on. And that's it. That's what we're dealing with here. So my big project that I'm going to start on, sorry if I'm making you sick, I'm really trying to move slow, but it's not going very well, is to start going through these, because this is nuts. And again, I didn't buy all this, okay? A lot of this, a lot of it I did buy, but I also got tons of stuff from my grandma and my mom when they passed away. I need to go through this, okay? I could live 3 lifetimes and never use all of this. This is madness. This is craziness. So I'm going to start going through these. I'm going to start going through them, seeing what's actually in all of these, and sorting it out and getting rid of stuff. Like I said, a friend of mine and I are going to have a garage sale, a crafty garage sale, hopefully this summer. And I'm going to sell a bunch of it because, like I said, 3 lifetimes, y'all, and I don't think I could use it all. And I have 6 grandkids. I have 4 kids. I have a lot of stuff to scrapbook. I ain't getting through all this. So it's my little happy place over there. Again, my little book area. So I'm going to start going through this stuff. I'm going to start bagging stuff up to sell. And getting rid of stuff that I just know I'm not going to use. I went through a phase for a while, period of several years, where if I liked a couple pieces of the collection, I bought the whole thing. Because why would you not? You know? Makes perfect sense, right? Buy stuff you know you're not going to use, like clear stickers. I hate clear stickers. Bought them. Multicolor alphabets. Can't stand them. Bought them. So it's time. It's time to clean out. It's time to deal with this disaster mess. So that's what we're doing. But I thought I'd show you the real unedited version before I actually get it all cleaned up and go through stuff and get things sorted so that I can come in here and actually enjoy working instead of walking in, looking around, being overwhelmed and closing the door, which has kind of been the case lately, and I'm kind of over it. So here we go. If you have any questions, you want to see more detailed of any of the areas or any of my storage or any of my stuff, let me know. I'll be glad to show you. Hopefully I didn't make you too sick with this, and I'm going to go get busy sorting. I'm going to start making videos of sorting that stuff out, cleaning it up, show you what I'm keeping, show you what I'm getting rid of, and then hopefully I can also start interspersing videos of actually using the stuff, because that would be a novel thing, right? Okay. All right. Thanks, guys, for watching. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.